More about that. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, Katie, good morning. Here at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport, we've actually seen quite a few people coming in and out, and when you look at the boards, there are a few of those flights that are going to some of those 19 states that are currently listed on New York State's mandatory quarantine list. So that list means that if you are coming back into New York from one of those states, you must self-quarantine for 14 days. But now, we're finding out that mandate does have some exceptions. The mandatory quarantine only applies to those that have been in one of those states for longer than 24 hours. That means anyone who normally travels for work is left without a real way to do so. That is, unless you are an essential employee. Anyone listed as an essential worker does not have to quarantine if you travel to one of those states for work. But the lifting of restrictions doesn't just stop there.
It depends on the type of employee you are, again, essential or not, where you're going and for how long you're going there. It looks like there may be a loophole in the travel advisory that if an essential worker travels for personal reasons like a vacation and comes back, they would not have to quarantine.
People like defense contractors and transportation workers are just some of those who can travel for work in some of these mandatory quarantine states. There's still an obligation by an employer to keep a workplace safe, so James Grosso over at Phillips Lytle says that companies may still ask you to quarantine so that other employees don't get sick and the company does not face possible OSHA violations. So for some companies out there that may say, okay, well then I want to become an essential employee or essential business, filing for that, Grosso says, is actually incredibly difficult right now and is incredibly unlikely to be listed as essential now that we are months into this pandemic. There also is going to be some, there's also a hotline established right now from the state for anyone that is not quarantining, but as of right now, there is not a check-in process that the state is participating in. If you go to our website right now at wkbw.com, the hotline number is there and all of this information that we just discussed as well. For now, we are in the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. Jeff Slauson, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Jeff. Yeah, we know some people have to travel for work, but again, the bottom line here is that 2-week quarantine really is for everybody's safety.